the very bottom, if he could take down Jack. Jack only played one game, and that was against the South American Diaz. Jack will be the first to score, and he'll do so with a reset shot to the top right. We've seen Jack playing some really solid 1v1 recently. He did not have to play against Diaz in the match. Jack was playing what looked like some of his best 1v1, but he did so in the Octane. And I asked him about whether or not he'd be playing more Octane. He said he dabbled a little bit after Mass Duelist, but ultimately was quickly back into the Fennec. And First Killer hit a no-look double yesterday when he was playing. This one was a little bit saucier, as he knew he had the read and turns on the reverse cam. And First Killer is the kind of guy who can rely on that style, and if he can convince his opponent to play it with him, he's very often going to come out on top. That is going to be a format that favors Little First Killer, as his name is today in game. Air dribble resets. One might not even take him that much time. With another kickoff win, he sent that too high. First Killer making sure to clear away the crossbar down touch. But it's going to be Jack again with a big boost advantage. Going for the double, and he scores it. We watched it from First Killer perspective. Goes to show how helpless you could feel when you're out of boost there. Jack never let it really cross. But Jack is up there on the back wall, not let it happen. Target acquired for First Killer, gets his demo, and now he's into the air. Reset directly at Jack, but it's going to work out. These shots can sometimes have a tough time scoring when you end up sending him so far down. But Jack angle flipped and is doing a good job playing on low boost, staying all over the ball, but is finally going to be First Killer with a bit of space. He's been working for this for a while, has a reset, wave dash catch, and goes bottom right. First Killer fought for this possession, and Jack did well to waste a lot of the time, but not enough. Intercepts it clean. Will he be able to get an angle? I don't think so. It's going to kind of die here in the corner. But look at this movement from First Killer. He's out here what feels like just freestyling around the map. Borderline free playing. And if you tuned in just now, you might be thinking, oh, what is he doing? It seems like he's throwing, but it led to 2 game wins. First Killer, oh my goodness, not going to be able to save this one. Jack packing a punch on this kickoff win to Flick. A heater of a Flick, top shelf. Wave dash kickoff. That is really what First Killer needed so far in this game. I think every first possession has been Jackson. Now here is the ceiling play that First Killer was using yesterday. When he gets a sidewall dribble, he just bangs it off the ceiling back into his car, and that catch is so pure. Side of the ball. Does get... Ooh, I was going to say does get this boost. He does, I guess, in theory, but he also dies for his efforts. Now, ball to air dribble. Triple reset for Jack. It's light work. A dunk and a goal. Apparently, Jack wants to see 5 games, and First Killer will oblige. He says, let's go to the final one. My goodness, Jack. First, but First Killer just followed him up there, even though he was a couple cars length ahead. But paying off. Now Jack going to go to ceiling heights. First Killer trying to react to the goal line, but Jack gets it all the way out to that opposite post. First Killer kind of forced to get taken away, but First Killer came pretty much all the way to the back wall with him, which allowed Jack to bump him and escape. So a 3-goal lead for Jack. First Killer, oh my goodness, what is a shot! First Killer continuing to find new ways to score. The reset pop gets back to the ball and backflips immediately on the second reset to close out the game. Now it's going to be a huge kickoff with 17 seconds. First Killer wins this one to the side wall. He is going to play it in the air despite the ball headed on the way down. Lean back to the reset and the pinch shot on the ground. It's a wave dash pinch, and First Killer has the lead. Jack had it moments ago, but a boomer of 106 km/h pinch. If he wants to stay in this one, he actually has a kickoff possession to the back wall. First Killer, knowing him, is going to be all over this. He has just been diving on the ball at every opportunity, and there's no reason not to do that. Late, Jack cannot keep it up. First Killer will take it. A game. If Jack was playing twos, his toxic teammate would have already put up the red flag. But Jack is not giving up. And for obvious reasons, this is 1v1. And Jack will pop this up starting just outside his own box. Gets a ton of movement off the reset. Chronic, what a shot. He might be the #1 killer off the sidewall on kickoffs. He's been doing it forever. This time he's going to do it with a pre-flip into the ball to get a reset. Defense has now scored him the past couple goals. That has given him this cushion here. Jack to the ceiling. Chronic making it seem like he might go high, but converts down to the ground, and then now chasing down this one. Jack just thought he wasn't going to. Chronic didn't even realize he was going to have such a free touch on the ball. He thought Jack certainly was going to maybe make a play at some point. So he seemed to rush it, because otherwise it could have just been a goal. So now Jack on the bounce dribble, trying to wind back the clock to 1v1 days of old. These guys wall dashing to catch back up to this one. Chronic, a shot off the wall is in. Didn't need a follow-up. Crossbar down and in. Dave, a bump from Chronic. He's going to power slide around this one, trying to get a 50 out of Jack, but the 50 goes favorably for Jack. Flick away, Mike at demo gets undercut. Chronic shouldn't have to deal with any Jack pressure soon because he was completely out of boost. So now a dribble from the back corner. Chronic in the air at 0 seconds will bring it to the ground. A pop. Jack is playing fairly passively. He got bumped. Chronic can keep this up and he'll get it in. Chronic will score at 0 seconds. Jack deciding to shadow and play it slightly passively, gets sent to the back wall, and he even had a chance at the last second, but the diving back down. If he loses his only chance at first place, it's going to have to be some result of a tiebreaker. Chronic ahead of Jack. You should be able to ground pinch this in, and Chronic will take the win in Game 4. The 0-second wonder to give himself the chance in overtime, and he uses it. 5-4 and a 3-1 win against his fellow teammates. Diaz needs to get some offense going. Normally, that is not an issue for him. He is a very talented player, as proven by his air dribble into 50 that will get him his 3rd goal. He's got 3 minutes to make up this deficit. Diaz, another kickoff win. I just got done talking about how effective Chronic is in the wall to air dribble when he wins it off the kickoff. Well, Chronic's playing again. Air dribble. Diaz showing just as much power in his air dribble attack game. And now going to take it to the ground. Diaz 6-1. Oh my goodness. This has been a great tournament to watch. These players putting on a spectacle. Diaz is always fun. Diaz, what a landing off the flip. It didn't seem like a position where he could get such a clean air dribble, and that's what I want to focus on this play, is that flip setup. Oh, you're not really going to see it, but the ball glued to the back wall. Assuming the defender doesn't just leave for some reason, they're going to be able to easily clear it. Diaz, reset 50, my goodness. Just so much power on the touches. He's able to play it so quickly. I mean, Chronic, we watched it from his defensive perspective. It's like kind of clear what Diaz is trying to set up, but Diaz stopped on his kickoff attempt. Now Chronic, a pretty aggressive play with the clock under a minute left to go and himself in the lead, but Chronic's never been one to back down, and he's always felt good about his aerial game. Really heavy touch. Catch a demo. Whoa, interesting dash from Chronic. I don't know if that was intentional or not. He kind of dashed himself out of the way. Pre-jump from Chronic. Back down to the ground. Diaz will slow roll it in. Diaz has been playing so much through the air, it shouldn't be too surprising that Chronic taking the midfield. It's going to be a double jump bump. Diaz gets around it. Just such a slow dribble that Diaz can get the read and make sure to get the save. It's going to be GG's, and Diaz is out of here quick, so we never get to get him Pogo. Diaz will be your champion of the pool play. He will sit at the top of the gauntlet with a guaranteed $400, even if he does happen.